Shalom, shalom to those elect. It's your fellow servant Shemaiah. We're doing a late night scroll. Turn that bit to brown. First and foremost, let's give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakha Kodash. Double honor to our elders and apostles, great millstone. To the hopeful elect, starting with you, Akim, your men putting your life on the line for the truth of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, for the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, endurance, strength, and faith in Yahweh Shah. Most of all, Adon Rasazah. As you see, the title is going into what happens when your prayers don't reach the Lord. You know, 'cause a lot of these people, they don't understand what the Lord is doing right now. Even if they know the truth, the Lord has given them the truth. You know, He's given them, teachers according to His own heart. You know, the majority of our people are still leaning on their own understanding, which is going to get them in a bad situation. It's going to get them in a bad situation. But the elect, the Lord's going to hear their prayers. In a time when you don't have nothing going for yourself, or even if you do have something going for yourself, and everything gets stripped away from you, you at least want to be able to know that you have somebody you can run to. But for the majority of people, especially here in America, they're not going to have anyone to run to. They've been rejecting the hand or biting the hand that all right. They've been biting the hand that feeds them. And it's about to get worse, because you can't think that the Lord isn't watching everything that we all do. And everybody is not actually making a sacrifice to the Lord. The majority of people are wasting their time trying to be compensated for their evils. And they think the Lord is fucking with them. They think the Lord is just, like the brother at the camp always say, a genie. I think it's Nahaya, the head of the camp. He always say, these people think Yahweh Shah is a genie. Yahweh Shah is a genie. You rub a lamp, he pop out and grant you 3 wishes. And then he goes back into the realm of darkness. These people have a fucked up way of looking at the truth, and they're gonna be held accountable for this shit, for their doings. Matter of fact, I should start there in Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 1. Matter of fact, let me open that up. I was going to start at 27, but I want to open it up. Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 22. How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. And what's knowledge of the Lord? Fear. Fear of the Lord. These people don't fear the Lord. These people they fear the cops. They fear they fear fire. If it's true that you assholes actually fear fire, and you know what the Lord says He's gonna do the second time with this world. Oh wow, firestone. Y'all see that? Firestone. The Lord's gonna burn this place with nuclear fire. That's a promise. The Lord promised y'all He gonna burn this place with nuclear fire. Y'all see a pot on the stove, right? Y'all not gonna touch the fire. So in a sense, what you're pretty much saying is the Lord is not gonna do that. Because He's been taking His time. He's been long suffering. He's watching His creation do what it do. He created all these things. He's just watching it do what it do. You know what I mean? The Lord taking pleasure in all of this. He created. It's like if you had a sim, and I never really played the Sims too much, but it's like if you had a simulation, a sim world. And you created this thing to do this for this purpose. You created this thing for this purpose. And you're seeing it all play out, you know. And whatever you don't want to happen, you send your angels, you know, or you send, you know, you as the major operator of the system, you know, you say something, you implant something, you download something inside the person's, you know, inside the program. And then things happen how you want it to happen. So that's what the Lord is doing, ultimately. And some of you will probably take that and be like, well, if I'm doing wrong or I'm not doing right, it's because the Lord don't want me to. No. Let's get a precept for that before I go to this process. See, that's a simple way of fucking thinking. That's a simple way of fucking thinking, man. And these people are so damn simple-minded. It's like the Lord can give you all the signs in the world, all the telltale signs in the world. Don't do this, don't do that. Do this, do that. This will be beneficial for you. But people want to lean on their own understanding and be like, damn. Okay? Before I was going to get it, but let me finish this Proverbs. Proverbs 23, it says, turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. And that's what he has done in these last days. This is not after or before Yahushua was put on the cross. This is not after Yahushua was put on the cross. This is years years that have been prophetically declared from the beginning, you know, surrounding Yahushua walking on the earth. All right. The Lord said, not one jot, not one tittle shall do away, roughly paraphrasing, from the world until all be fulfilled. He said the prophets, he mentioned the Psalms, the prophets, you know, he mentioned all these things that is going to take place. And how many prophecies the prophets, you know, from, well, you could say from the beginning of time. But, you know, you got many prophecies in Isaiah from the beginning of time that still hasn't occurred yet. You know, one of the major ones that we're looking out for right now is the one going into the one that John the Revelator had, right? On the mountain of on the island of Patmos, right? That hasn't came to pass yet. And you have many prophecies where the prophets are going to be on the earth in the last days doing the same thing that they have always done, prophesying. And this has been the greatest time, the greatest sign ever given to us as a people in the earth to really pay attention to. It is that time to pay attention to be reproved, to turn away from your ways, to seek the old paths. These people, they're stuck in, you know, it's damn near to the point where you, I can't say that you don't want to say anything, but you don't want to keep on warning the same people. It's like you seeing a homeless guy or someone that's perceived to be homeless, and he's in that situation because he want to be in that situation until it gets too rough for him or her to bear. But most people that's homeless, they're homeless because, you know, I mean, it could be a lot of reasons, but one of the main reasons is because they got habits or things or ways that they can't get over, so they rather, you know, get out. But it's like, well, you know, a homeless guy you seen 3 months ago, you know, tell you, you know, he just needed a little something to get, you know, he needed a couple of bucks to get from here to another city. And 3 months later, you see the same guy, you gave him about 50 bucks. Because, you know, all it take about, what, 30 bucks to get on the bus and go from here to there, something like that. So you gave him 50 bucks to get some food and everything like that. And next thing you know, you see him at the same gas station. Motherfucker. See him at the same gas station or whatever, right? Asking for the same shit, you know? How many times you think the Lord gonna have his hand out? Evidently, you're in the mindset that you're stuck on what you want. You're stuck on what you want, and it's not the kingdom, you know? It's on your comforts. And when you think about it, most of the comforts that we have here in this earth, it's all vanity. It's all vanity. Whether it's a box, and you know what I'm talking about when I say box, whether it's some box or something to defile your temple, or even loved ones, or love for people that's corrupt, for people that they pretty much laugh in your face, because they're not going to change. They're going to keep on, being in their way. The Lord said, let me get it again, verse 23. The Lord put a time limit on this shit. He say, turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. Good and bad, up and down, left and right. The mind of the Lord. And then just because the Lord is not who they thought he was, or he don't look like they thought he was, now there's a stumbling block. Now there's a reason why they can't believe in what's being taught anymore, because that's not what they thought it was. It has to be something else to it. People are retarded. But it is what it is. He say, verse 24, because I have called and ye refused, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. Right? But ye have said it not, all my counsel, and with none of my reproof. So whatever the Lord has told us as far as how we're supposed to return back to him, to the best of our ability, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. Yahushua said, learn to me, take my yoke upon you. Don't be concerned about these things in the world. Don't worry about your family members that's out there being assholes, that's out there being, foolish. Let them do what they do. It's best for them not to even be around you. King David was going through it. King David was going through it. Let me get that. Our king. He's going to come back and he's going to be on his throne again under Yahushua. Where's that? I was just reading that not too long ago. Psalms 55. I'm gonna start at verse. Yeah, man. Psalms 55. Yeah. I'm gonna go start at verse 2. It say, attend unto me and hear me. I mourn in my complaint and make a noise because of the voice of the enemy, because of the oppression of the wicked, for they commit iniquity upon me, and in wrath they hate me. All right? That's Esau Edom. But it's not only Esau Edom, it's your own people that you think is supposed to love you, that you're giving everything up for. King David fought, put blood, sweat, and tears. It say, my heart is sore pain within me, and terrors of death are falling upon me. Fearfulness and trembling are come upon me, and horror have overwhelmed me. And I said, oh, that I had wings like a dove, for then would I fly away and be at rest. And that's sometimes we get those thoughts that we be better off not being here, not being in these situations, not dealing with these people. It say, verse 7, lo, then will I wander far off and remain in the wilderness. Salah. It say, I would hasten my escape from the windy storm and tempest. Destroy, O Lord, and divide their tongues. For I have seen violence and strife in the city. Day and night they go about it, upon the walls thereof. Mischief also and sorrow are in the midst of it. Wickedness is in the midst thereof. Deceit and guile depart not from her streets. And is that not where we at right now? Deceit, guile, niggas, bitches. Shit. Put the police in there too. The police, the system. You got the ICE people. The streets is fucked up. The streets is fucked up. It say, for it was not an enemy that reproached me, then I could have borne it. Neither was it he that hated me that did magnify himself against me. Then I would have hid myself from him. But it was thou, a man mine equal, my guide and mine acquaintance. And that's going into Saul. Saul's one of them guys. Because he got that evil spirit on him. These people, when they get evil spirits on them, what can you do about it? The Lord wanted to be so. So you gotta let the Lord sort it out. You'll keep on praying for these people, which I'm gonna get to that, Lord willing, I'm gonna get a chance to get to that. But the Lord don't even want you to pray for these people. After a while, of course you want the best for your people. Second Esdras, in Esdras, he's telling you, the Lord told Esdras, I made these people. You think I don't understand? You think I don't want them to come back to me? The Lord already said it out there. The Lord already said that he would want all men to repent, to return back to him. But at the same time, these people's hearts are condemning themselves. Their spirit is condemning themselves. You can't change nobody's spirit. You can barely change your own. You're trying to fix your own issues. You're going to sit up there, go back into the world trying to save these people just to get stuck. How many times you have to see the Lord not fucking with them? Because every time you try to go back and save them, Ecclesiastes chapter 12, my favorite one, you try to help them, what he do? He put twice as much on you for what you try to do for others that the Lord ain't fucking with. Verse 13, it says, but it was thou, a man mine equal, my guide and mine acquaintance. We took sweet counsel together and walked unto the house of the Most High in company. Let death seize upon them, and let them go down quickly into hell, for their wickedness is in their dwelling. For wickedness is in their dwelling and among them. See, yeah. There's a separation. You're either on the righteous side or you're on the wicked side. Christian can't tell you that, because most of them people is necessarily wicked. Liars, hypocrites, you name it. Acceptors of evil things. You go to any church in America, it's full of what King David just said. I'm going to say it again. In verse 15, Psalm 55, verse 15, let death seize upon them, and let them go down quick into hell, for wickedness is in their dwellings and among them. Okay? I'm at 18 already. So there's nothing you can do for these people. King David had the right idea. People say you can't curse people. We put curses up. If you're seeking the Lord, and we can't. We're not saying you have to be 100%. Like the best out here. It's just if you're seeking the Lord, even if you're at the beginning stages, that's where it starts. When you hear the truth coming out, you're not denying it. You're doing your own research. You're going behind the scenes. You're taking your time and really trying to find out what the Lord is trying to say. You're discerning between, what's real and what's right. And the only way to discern between that is by taking heed to the word itself. Reading the word for yourself. Listening to it. If you can't read, you can listen to the word yourself. All right, I had another one. Yeah, Psalm 69, 22. Matter of fact, let me start. Psalm 69 and 19, it says, thou hast known my reproach and my shame and my dishonor. Mine adversaries are all before thee. Reproach have broken my heart, and I am full of heaviness. And I looked for some to take pity, but there was none, and for comforters, but I found none. They gave me also gall for my meat, and in my thirst they gave me vinegar to drink. Oh yeah, this going into Yahweh Shah. Well, Salaki, let me take that back. But this is, that is something that happened upon Yahweh Shah. These people were fucking, man, no one was marred more than Yahweh Shah, man. The things that Yahweh Shah had to suffer, the pain that he went through, and these people make a mockery. You could constantly keep on thinking, dwelling in your bullshit, consenting to the wickedness, that the Lord gonna have some kind of grace, some kind of mercy after what was done to his son. By the same people that got the same attitude, the same faithless, non-believing souls that were back then persecuting Yahweh Shem Shah and the disciples. What do you think vengeance means? Right now's the time for mercy, to get yourself together, to plead your cause to Yahweh Shem Shah to have mercy upon us. And we all doing that to some certain extent, to the best of our ability. Because we know we ain't perfect. And we have no idea what we've done in our past lives. And it's scary. But that's the knowledge of Yahweh Shem Shah. That's how you get that knowledge. Please share, help. Anyway, this is my point, verse 22. It says, let their table become a snare before them, and that which should have been for their welfare, let it become a trap. Let their eyes be darkened, that they see not, and make their loins continually to shake. Pour out thine indignation upon them, and let thy wrathful anger take hold of them. Let their habitation be desolate, and let none there dwell in their tents. And in a sense, that's what the Lord about to bring to America. You're going to have to be like pilgrims upon the earth. And that's only given to the elect. They understand, they're understanding the calling. Many are called, but few are chosen. But only the elect is going to get it. While the rest of the people are going to keep on depending on, their cars, their money, their job. The Lord about to take all that away. You're not going to have all everything that you once believed in. The Lord gonna take it all away. Like I say, matter of fact, let's go back to that Proverbs 1. Go back to that Proverbs 1, probably get ready to close out. Like it's written, I'll say even better. Like it's written. Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 24. Because I have called and ye refused, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. But ye have said it not in all my counsel, and with none of my reproof. I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish come upon you, then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. For that they hated knowledge, and did not choose the fear of the Lord. They would none of my counsel. They despised all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat the fruit of their own way and be filled with their own devices. And that's got to be scary, because when you're a person, you don't know what the hell you're doing. You don't know what you have going on, but you think you do. You're going to be poisoned by your own devices. You'll be filled with your own ways of handling shit, which is really no way out. The Lord going to give you your own delusions. He's going to make delusions to fall upon you, where you really think that you're doing the right thing. And then next thing you know, there's going to be one destruction after another. One destruction after another. When the Lord, he had his hand out. He had his hand out. He was giving you warnings. He was telling you to return back to me, to reprove yourself, to correct yourself, to change your ways. And you said, I have a better way. Or maybe, wait, you give me a little more time. Fuck, how much time the Lord got to give you? Anyway, I'm going to close out with that. The Lord willing, just put a fear and whoever it needs to be put fear into, so the Lord can have mercy on you, and you just start getting your shit right. Cause we getting closer and closer to that time. You know, at any time you can start seeing, you know, downtown apartments, you know, shattering into pieces is the best way I want to say it, because I don't want them to, you know, say, oh, he's a fear monger or nothing like that. But you know what I'm saying? When you know, on some trade center shit, you know, but it's gonna be from the inside out. You know, a lot of these stores and stuff like that, man. These stores ain't shit, man. The people here, man. You know how many people are really against what's going on here? Insurrection, right? People get all type of America, you know, unlike England and all those other places where, you know, they don't have too many guns and shit, you know, like that. America, man, all the people got guns and explosions and explosives and shit like that. Okay, y'all gonna fuck around and find out. And when the only one, oh, they got all them bitches right here too? Oh shit, I gotta go check them out. I gotta talk to the brothers about it. Bro said he don't like those, but we'll fuck with them, Shaw. Halal food. Wow. We'll check it out, Lord willing. Anyway, with that, you know, I'm gonna close out. Anyway, all praise, glory, honor. All praise, glory, honor be unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rachak Kodash, and double honor to our elders and apostles, great millstone. Till next time, Kwame Yasharallah, Wa Abba Kabah.